Carson, California. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and our home team. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go! 60 outlaw!
Watch the run, watch the run!
Hey, ready?
They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play. On 1st and 10, Costello. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. On second down, it's Tomlinson. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Set 50, plant.
All day.
Hey, zoom.
Check, 53's mine. Check, 53's mine.
Get it.
To throw on third down. Costello looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Hey, I'm coming.
Hey, orbit.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Off play action. Costello throwing the out route incomplete. That's low. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short.
We got 4. Hatchet.
Look, squeeze. Look at me. Go. On the ball. Let's go.
They'll look for the first with Tomlinson. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold him to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Fair. Go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on second and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
Back to throw. Costello. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. That's already the third time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught one of the three.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
Well, they're lucky. If that was roughing, it would have been a first down. Instead, still fourth.
But now it brings up a decision, doesn't it? Now you're in a position where maybe it changes what you do.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
At their own 22-yard line. Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now a first down throw complete downfield. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
At their own 25-yard line.
Got it.
The Charger drive about to get going. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Down. 60 or
54. Watch the run. Say. Check.
Hey, lock it.
Slam.
Leave grip.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield.
Ready.
So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward.
Yeah.
Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Flush to his right. He's going to let this go deep. Back over the middle. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fit.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there for Indy. 41 yards.
Jump. Take four. Get along, West.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A little over 20 yards there, and in 2 plays, they've now moved the ball over 60 yards. Into the red zone now. Kaepernick. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Look pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. On 2nd down now, it's Bowman. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal?
He's checking crap. Quick dash. Go. Jim.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. From a yard out. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
At their own 34-yard line.
Ready.
The Charger drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Okay, we got to get this stop here, D.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. From the pistol, Tomlinson. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, Tomlinson. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to play forward, back towards the receiver, and have a chance to bat the ball away as they did there.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. The kick by McManus is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Kaepernick going to throw. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Mark 55! Mark 55! Front style defense. Hey!
On second down, here's Kaepernick. Going for the deep ball. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check 52. Rush in. Rush in. Rush in.
Play action. Now Kaepernick. He'll buy some time right. Looking for Campbell downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Colts, first down.
Check nine. 66.
On first down, Hines. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. With that last carry, he's now over 8,000 career rushing yards.
All right, big applause. Lots of clapping for this one, right? Think about it this way. Along the way, he has passed Hall of Famer Terrell Davis, and now he's starting to approach another Hall of Famer in Larry Zonka.
First down, Indianapolis.
They'll run on first down. It's Hines. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup.
Now they'll throw with Kaepernick. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play, but it's going to be 2nd down. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
To throw is Kaepernick. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. And I think the ball's out. And picked up by the Chargers.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Let's go, D. Let's go. Ready.
Following the fumble recovery, Costello. On the crossing route, complete. That's low. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. 1st and 10 right at the 20. From the gun, Costello. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Screen. Look at me. Score. Pilot, 64. Wait. Now.
From the gun on 3rd down, Costello, and he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. And McManus able to put it through, and they're hanging around here as the lead's down to 12. So his 3rd field goal of the ball game brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And 7s and probably even 8s. You know, as a kicker, you just head out when you're called upon, so he's done his job. It's the rest of the offense that needs to get it in gear. They want to close this gap.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time, the fumble to turnover. Now they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
That's the relief that you still have the lead. But coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they get a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking to future weeks, maybe when the game's closer, right?
No doubt about it. You want to clean up everything. Let's just be honest about it. They want everything to be perfect at all times. They don't want to give up anything that's going to hurt their team.
On first down, Hines, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a loss of 2.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10. That's the 47-yard line.
Check. Lucky. Match box. Right.
So after the INT, it's Kaepernick. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's the bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some 1st downs, just as good as running the football. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. A big play there. 49 yards. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Let's go.
The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. Got his man complete over the middle. It's low. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a 1st down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Costello flushed out right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Bravo.
To throw again. Costello. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
I think this one offensively, this is what where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game films from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind them.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Looking to throw. Costello looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Gross. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down. Down from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. He's airing it out for Williams. This is caught. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll make this a 19-point ball game. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
From the gun on 3rd down, Kaepernick under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And not what he was hoping for there. Is this a hit in the end zone for a touchback? The Charger drive about to get going. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Go!
From the gun, Costello. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back over. He's got it at the 15. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big pickup of 38. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
On the ready.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit. McManus's point after is good. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back.
Let's go, baby.
Ready.
55. Check. 55. Mike.
Oh, Kaepernick's going to throw it. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw, Kaepernick. This one taken in by Hester. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. 49 yards. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Costello. Flush to his right. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Throwing on 1st down. Costello escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. Off the play fake. Costello. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. On 1st down, Costello. And this is complete. It's Allen. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Off play action. Costello. And that going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership.
And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point from McManus is good. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Shift. 66. Pull it. Half. Twist.
Kaepernick looking to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Here's Kaepernick, eluding the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. To throw, it's Kaepernick. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with this one. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I'll guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports.